This is becoming a major issue. This is now the third time in probably less than 30 days that Jim's shitting has interrupted the show. Like, this is...
Okay, go into detail.
Yeah, he's now... See, at least this time he had the decency to leave during the commercial break, and he's just late coming back. But twice before this, it's been mid-show where he's like, I gotta go. I'm gonna shit my pants. And he goes and he shits. And just now during the break, it was okay, I just gotta piss real quick before I come back to do the commercials. And we go, okay, and he goes... But I feel a shit brewing. And he hasn't been back since.
No good person has ever referred to a shit as brewing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds like an evil shit. A shit is brewing.
It's brewing inside of me.
Yeah, or like old sailors. I fear a shit is brewing. A shit is brewing.
That's what's happening.
What's
okay,
going on in
Dave
here?
Attell's back. We're piecing the show back together slowly but surely.
What happened?
Jim is shitting.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
so
it's
brewing.
It's brewing.
Yeah,
a shit
who
is
is the
brewing.
default head of the show now? Sam?
I mean, yeah, there's two of us, so
Okay.
I'm the one that's left. Yes.
All right, there we
yes,
go.
the shit is it was brewing. I'm
Yes.
assuming it's in the process of being brewed.
Yeah, now it's percolating.
The shit is
He's
served.
crowning. He's crowning right now.
Well, now
There's
it's...
the man
There
of
you
the
go.
hour.
No handshake?
Hi, guys.
At least a fist bump.
What did I miss?
So,
We were just talking to Gilbert about the concept of shit brewing.
Oh.
yeah, so
Because
the
you said the
shit
shit
was
was brewing.
Oh, yeah. I just
like
went and
was
dropped.
bubbling inside.
It was. It's my second caffeinated beverage.
Now, did the shit come out in a solid shape or?
Well, honestly, it looked like I was bleeding. Because I had beat a beet drink yesterday, so I
Right.
just shat, and it was the inside of the toilet was solid,
Sure.
not big but red.
We've all lived that lie.
Yeah,
I ate a lot of ketchup yesterday.
yeah, I know. And a milkshake.
I looked at strawberries. Gilbert, it's good seeing you. And for I see you're wearing your Christmas blouse. Gilbert always brings the feel of like an Albuquerque lesbian. Like he's going to talk to us about water conservation. Is this your look?
Yeah, I guess so.
This is your adult look because in your documentary we see the many looks of you.
Oh, yeah.
From the 80s. Did you see Jim?
I did, yes.
Oh my God! Yeah. I was like Michael Jackson,
Right.
hairstyle. And,
Yes.
Lifestyle.
Yeah. I slept with a few little boys. I don't try to hide that.
And
I slept with what was the name of that?
Macaulay Culkin?
No, the
Webster?
other. Yeah, Webster. What was Webster?
Emmanuel
Lewis.
Emmanuel Lewis.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
slept with Emmanuel Lewis.
But you didn't remember his name?
Yeah, exactly.
But you slept with him.
He's still alive, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
God bless him. Yeah, he is still with us.
And I'm sure happy and content.
Yeah.
Just short, overweight, and people still call him Webster. So
And
what could go wrong?
With both him and Gary Coleman, I heard their biggest complaint was, they were getting older.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they'd be like, in their mid-40s or whatever the hell they were. And, when it was time... guys on the set.
Right.
You see someone that small, you assume it's a little kid, and they would pick them up.
I heard that too.
And it's like, when you're a grown man and you have people picking you up and
great.
putting you on their
It's
shoulders.
great. That's got to be so great. I would love grown men just to pick me up.
Look at this kid. Look
Yeah.
at him.
Who's
Shake
picking
me.
up random kids?
Well,
Michael Jackson. Yeah.
You're 20 and people are just coming up and like pinching you on the
Oh,
cheek.
yeah.
Look at you.
Oh, you're such a
Look at
little
you.
doll.
You're eating just like a person.
Yeah, but at least he died with dignity. Jesus.
How did he go?
An argument with his wife, and he fell down the steps and banged his little head. God bless him.
And I had one guy on my podcast Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast.
It is a very good podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And he went into detail of what a prick Herbe Villechaize was.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah,
He interviewed Ricardo Montalban?
yeah. He was a bitter little.
Yes.
I mean, you'd have to imagine.
But he got so successful, you would think that some of the success and the fact that he could get women after he was successful would outweigh
Well,
the fact that he was pissed at how tiny he was.
That was the problem. He was like. He was jealous of Tom Selleck.
Right.
And he said he should be making Tom Selleck's money and he should get as much pussy as Tom Selleck
Right.
gets.
I love the idea of Herve running around in the 80s. Just that guy, that little tattoo, is jealous of Tom Selleck.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get Tom Selleck money. I want to get all the pussy that Tom Selleck gets.
That's the other thing. He was like kind of weird looking anyway.
Oh,
and he
yes.
sounded like that. If he were full size, he'd get nothing.
He had a good head of hair, though. He had a good head of hair, that fucking guy.
He did.
He did.
That's
See, God takes, God gives.
It's absolutely.
Right?
And I heard, to give him more reason to be, I heard like his insides were a normal person's, the size of a normal person's
Right.
insides.
Just packed
And
in?
So, yeah, it was packed in.
That explains the voice.
Yeah,
That voice.
yeah.
His pancreas was in his throat.
Everything is being costing me. But I want something pussy.
He's just sitting there. He's this kid, when he's a kid, everything's fine. And the older he gets, the more his insides
all
just
of a
start
sudden.
hurting. Because everything's growing.
And they said his hands
Yeah.
couldn't operate properly. He
Why?
didn't have
So what's he going to do with all that
They
Tom
were so
Selleck?
cute. I wanted to kiss his palms.
Oh, yeah.
Grab his wrist and just kiss his little palms.
But
And-
if he can't use his hands, what's he going to do with all that Tom Selleck pussy?
Yeah, so, he would try. He would go up to women because he needed help with his fly. So he would go up to women on the set and go, help me with my zipper and get my penis out. And these women, of course, would complain to the heads of the show. This isn't in my job description.
So it's Harvey Weinstein and Herve Villechaize.
Yeah. Oh, so and any of the women that Hervé went after, they had to me 1.5. Little guy.
If you want to stay on the show, you have to fuck me.
Hey, Herve, I don't think Tom Selleck ever had to try the zipper trick.
Yeah. Because that means they had to put his dick back in his pants. A little wee-wee on the helmet. Oh,
Yeah.
Hervé.
A couple little drops sprinkling out still.
Oh, the little
Shake it
fella.
for me.
He was kind of cute, though, when you look at him, like a big kid. Oh, look at the little guy.
Yeah, he didn't like
Dimple.
that. That's
And-
What hair on him, though?
Yeah,
He was in, he was in
started-
James Bond movie.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
what was his name in that one?
Look at him trying to get
where
that
he was like
Odd
the
Job or
mini
something.
chick.
See him wearing a little suit.
And there's
He was a gun nut. I know that.
Hot-looking girl, and she's probably going, "Oh God, get this disgusting midget away from me."
He had good. No, she probably was admiring his hair. Look at the fucking head of hair.
He's a good-looking guy,
It
though.
really is hair like Herb Tarlick. Just
Now,
a good
could-
full head of
Polynesian
hair.
or something.
Can you find he was singing a song on some '70s variety show?
Not like
Oh,
as
my
Herve,
God.
not in character.
Yeah. Oh, well, he was always in character because he always had that voice, and he was always a foot tall.
Oh my God!
Oh,
What is
there,
this?
there, is that it?
Oh, what is? Oh, does anybody have a pistol? Oh.
Do people have to fight?
Oh, he's a singer. He's a talk singer.
It's probably a good choice.
Why don't? Why they learn to do what's right?
Oh, he's adorable. Is that a song or a riddle? What is he doing?
Why don't
Yes.
they learn to do what's right?
I should get the money and pussy that Frank Sinatra gets.
Yep.
What is the nerve of this guy?
Yeah.
Right. Look, I bet you they tape his little hands to that microphone. They Velcro it.
Now they put in a double.
They put them next to each other. They should put one on top of the other one.
Now it's like a Fellini film.
His hands look like corn muffins.
He has a nice
The
voice, though.
midgets are multiplying.
You think he has a nice voice, Jim?
Yeah, he has a really nice voice.
Women.
Yes. She
It's
put
so-
that coat hanger in me.
You wonder how he could have trouble getting pussy.
Was this before he was tattoo? This had to be before, right?
No, this play after when he was already famous,
That's
right?
probably when he's a
Yeah,
famous guy
yeah.
on one of those variety shows.
It had to be after tattoo because it's not like they heard the voice and said,
Oh my God!
this
It's
guy-
like, it says it's his 1981 Epic Records single.
Okay, yeah.
For a TV
This is him
show.
cashing in.
This is his song.
The little red shirt. What's he doing in that little red shirt? Oh,
on
he's
the
as
Merv
cute as a
Griffin.
button. In his little red shirt.
Tim, you don't like that stuff.
Oh, wait. Ricardo Montalban discusses working with Herbe Villechaize.
Oh, here they are together.
this is great.
Oh, look at them.
Me and my shadow. Sing Me and My Shadow. That's Merv Griffin.
Learn and feeling blue.
Thank you.
They're all laughing at him. Look at the
Herve
little
and
thing.
Ricardo got on stage together.
No, it's Merv.
Oh, I thought it was Ricardo
Yeah.
Montalban
Yeah.
in that white
it's,
suit.
It's Merv, and he's got a circus freak on it.
Yeah.
You look like somebody I know.
Who's that?
My boss.
Yes.
Ah, the boss. They got the line. That's cute.
Dressed as
You know
Ricardo.
how many
yeah.
comedians come on, the Impressionists, and they do Herbe Villechaize, but I don't think you ever say that in the show. Now, here's what they do. Hey, boss, the plane is coming, the plane is coming. That's not right, is it?
Well, not exactly. I did this about 5 years ago when we did a pilot. They sent me on top of the tower.
Top of the tower. It was a chair.
So I went up there and I went, the plane, the plane. Then they told me, come down, you're going to get beat by the Black Widow.
Oh, it's a cute story.
Because my look changed.
Does he sing? I don't want to just hear him talk. I don't want to hear his fucking audition story.
He's short, but he's long-winded.
There was one that said Ricardo Montalban.
Oh, here he is.
It's his single. He's
I
doing
know,
the
but
same,
this is clear.
This is much better.
What's right?
I love that this was his single.
I love it too.
Like he put it out. He's going to be a recording artist.
Merv had to run off and invent Wheel of Fortune. Excuse me. Hold the fort, little man.
I don't. They know what children know.
He's like, this is radio friendly. This is good.
He's tapping his little foot to the beat. Aww.
It was a simpler time then.
It really was.
Do you know what a beating he'd take on Twitter for this performance?
Oh, yeah. The cyberbullying alone for this kid.
He's a full-grown man.
He's like a 3-year-old with mutton chops. Oh, his little foot's tapping. Aww.
I want that
guy.
later in life he started growing like facial hair, like the big mustache.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to be like a cool.
He didn't want to
guy.
be recognized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was that horrible 70s, like the average guy adopting the hippie look
Yeah.
that became popular.
But what was his name in the James Bond movies? Because he really was like, he made that movie.
Oh, God, yeah, I forget which one that was.
Yeah, there was a picture of it earlier where he was like wearing a little tuxedo.
Oh, and they have Peter Dinklage mixed
Right.
in with it.
Yeah.
That's
You
not.
know, just any midget.
Poor Peter Dinklage.
He must hate that guy. Peter must hate that guy.
Peter hates Herve?
Peter
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dinklage.
He doesn't like any of that stuff.
Peter Dinklage is making a movie where he plays Herbe Villechaize.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait, I mean, what else could
He's
he
trying to get
fucking
some of that.
play? I mean,
I think you look at Herve like a nephew Tom or something.
I think Peter Dinklage is just trying to get some of that Tom Selleck pussy.
oh, yeah.
Is he really playing him?
Yeah, what's his name in the movie? It's like a Knick-Knack or something.
Knick-Knack, that's what it was.
That's it, Knick-Knack.
Oh, because
Yes.
you put him up on a shelf, the little guy.
He's just a knick-knack.
A little
Look
knick-knack.
at him. He's just
And-
one of these little knickknacks.
Who was
Aw.
the James Bond in there? Was that...
Roger Moore?
Let's see. It was 1974.
Yeah, I think it's Roger
is that Roger Moore in
Roger
74?
Moore.
Yeah.
Roger Moore, indeed.
Oh, he was cheeky.
I love that. They called him nickname because
cheeky.
Herbe Villechaize is just an accessory.
Yeah.
He's not a person.
Hummel was just too degrading.
Hummel.
Oh, is Christopher Lee in that one? I love
Yes.
no one better than Christopher Lee.
He's great.
Scaramouche or something they called him.
That's right.
I remember.
Weird name like.
I love Christopher Lee. You ever see Serial with
No.
Martin Mull and Sally Kellerman, where he plays the fucking gay biker? We're tough dudes, Holroyd. It was such a good movie. No,
Wow, no, I never saw that.
it's a comedy from like 1980. Okay.
He was great in Lord of the Rings.
I heard that.
Oh, Joe, you still here?
I got to monitor the couch because of my Star Wars stocking.
Christopher Lee, he wore a toupee, and I heard he was so egotistical when he would be in full makeup, like the Mummy or
Dracula.
Frankenstein, but like really the heavy, like the Mummy and Frankenstein and all this like full body makeup. They would have him, they apply all that on top of the toupee. He wouldn't even take the toupee off when he was covered
Good
in
for him.
bandages.
Good for him.
Wait,
In case it fell off, he didn't want to be made a fool out of.
Right.
He's the best Dracula
is he?
Christopher Lee.
by far. Yeah.
But is America ready for a
Better
bald
than Bella.
Dracula? A male pattern balding Dracula.
When Phil Silver's played Dracula,
It's like to be immortal and bald.
See, I'm a Lugosi.
He's never coming back in.
You think Christopher Lee's better than Bela Lugosi?
Yes.
I'm a Lugosi fan.
I like
You do?
Lugosi,
Yeah.
but no, Christopher Lee was better. Lugosi was good.
Yeah, Gilbert knows everything about horror, like all that old school horror stuff.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
What was the name of the studios they shot with? Christopher Lee.
A hammer.
I knew you'd know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hammer films.
Like Boris Karloff?
Yeah.
Oh,
Couldn't eat my shit.
Yeah. No one gives two fucks for Bella.
So, Gilbert, you wouldn't like today's horror movies or anything like that? Like,
I mean, I'll watch them.
okay, like Get Out. Did you see that?
No.
You didn't see it. Okay.
What was that? That sounds like a haunted house one.
No, that's the
Kinda.
new. Yeah, go ahead, Sam. What is it
Sam,
about?
go ahead, review it.
It's a black guy visits his white girlfriend's family, and they're very.
Wait! With Samuel L. Jackson?
No.
There was one of those
Right.
where he's a crazy cop.
No, that was a few years ago.
Oh, no. That was Unlawful Entry with Ray Liotta and Madeline Stowe. Remember Madeline Stowe?
Yes.
Am I off topic?
What the
Last
fuck?
of the Mohegans, Yummers.
Yeah,
What?
nice. Good, dude.
What the fuck happens to these
I
actresses?
don't know. I'm a big Tuesday Weld guy. I'm still waiting for her to
Oh,
Wow.
God.
Huh?
I think David Steinberg used to fuck Tuesday.
Did he?
Weld.
The comedian?
Really?
Yeah.
Good for him.
On Wednesdays.
I'm going off to fuck Tuesday Weld. I'm getting Tuesday Weld pussy.
Wow, David Steinberg. He used to guest host the Tonight Show all the time.
Oh, yeah.
He's a funny dude, man.
Yeah.
Isn't he a director now? He directed a lot of.
A lot
Curb
of
or-
directing.
No? Am I crazy?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Is
he directs all these TV shows.
He was a little alt before the time, I think. It was all
Yeah.
storytelling and whatnot, name dropping. That's
Yeah.
Groucho.
Yeah, he's very good. But I didn't know he fucked Tuesday Weld. That's nice to know.
So, Gilbert, when you take your kids, because your kids are young, like to these movies, you don't take them to the old horror movies, right?
No. I try to get them to watch it on TV.
Oh, there's no way they would look at that. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, my God.
It's so weird now.
Yeah.
Like,
So what do they like? Like, what's their horror now? The police?
Yeah,
What have they been taught in that liberal school Dara has them in?
but I did teach them that, I'll ask my son, like, who played the Wolfman? He'll
Right.
say Lon Chaney Jr.
Wow.
And who played Frankenstein, Boris Karloff, Dracula, Bela
Wow.
Lugosi.
Crazy.
How do you say his name?
The what?
Lugosi?
Bela
Lugosi,
Lugosi.
yeah.
First name.
Bela.
Oh, Bela. Okay. I
I thought it was Bella. No?
No,
Bela.
because it's so even in the Wolfman, he plays a character named Bela. Yeah, and Bela
Really?
Lugosi.
Crazy.
What did Lon Chaney die of?
fucking everything.
Really? Lon Chaney was the big man then?
Yeah, Lon Chaney Jr. Yeah, he was. I mean, he died of throat cancer.
Right.
But he had, he was a drinker and a smoker, so he had a million other diseases, too.
So he was a character. He's the guy who, wasn't he raised by two mute parents?
Oh,
right?
no, that's Lon Chaney Sr.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that.
Wait, Lon Chaney Jr.
There's Jr.,
He
yeah.
was Frankenstein.
He
Yeah.
he was the only one to play all four Universal monsters.
Frankenstein,
Wow.
Dracula, the Mummy, and Wolf. And the
Wolfman.
Wow.
Wow.
I know he played Dracula.
He played Dracula.
In what?
In Son of Dracula.
Oh, that one. He just did that one for the money, though.
Yeah,
Right?
I think
Yes. But he talked like Lenny from Mice and Men, so no one liked it.
yeah. I'm gonna turn into a bat. You can kill me with a stake through the heart. Renfield, get my coffin ready.
That's a dead-on impression of someone we have no idea who you're talking
Yes.
Oh,
about.
I know exactly who he means.
I thought you were doing my mom's friend.
That's a darn good Lenny, if you don't mind me saying so. Darn good Lenny. I didn't like Gary Sinise's interpretation of Lenny.
But you still you go to the theater with your kids?
Yeah. I mean, more.
What do you take him to? Is it the same one that De Niro took fucking what's her name to?
Sybil Shepherd?
Yeah, Taxi Driver. What do they like?
Oh, well, they like kid stuff.
How old are they?
Yeah, 8 and 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you saw the documentary, and by the way, we want to know why Jim was cut out of it. All right? Let's not dance around it anymore. All right? I know you had director's cut. What happened there?
I said he simply wasn't good enough.
Okay.
Jim went to the premiere, and he was sitting there and he was watching the movie on the big screen.
God.
Tell him who I was sitting next to.
What's his name from F Troop?
Larry Storch.
So he's sitting next to Larry Storch, and he realized about a half hour into the movie when some of the commenters on your life were being
3 or 4 times.
hit back to for a second or third time.
Yes.
He realized that Jim's first time was not coming.
That is the worst thing about doing movies.
Yeah.
Is you go to see it and you go, oh, here's my shot
Here's your
at
part.
stardom.
Yeah.
And then you go, okay, they probably moved it to later in the movie.
Yeah, maybe they changed the order. The director didn't tell. I had a date. It
Oh my God.
was Larry Storch. That's right. I still fucked him in the mouth. No, I was not. It
And
was
your
just me.
date is going, you're in the Larry Storch section of the theater?
Yeah, no, I went alone. I went solo.
Gilbert, have you ever been cut out of a movie? Because you were in some big movies. So.
Oh, I've been, yeah. Here's a list of some movies I've been cut out of that I wasn't good enough for.
The Sting.
Okay.
That's true. The Affleck story.
Oh, yes. Double Dragon with Alyssa Milano.
You were cut out of it?
I was cut out of that.
Joe, do you know this game?
I know Double Dragon, of course, yeah.
I remember when the movie came out.
I was cut out of Another You, the last
Steve
of
Martin
the
movie.
Gene Wilder, Richard
Richard Pryor.
Pryor,
Sorry, yes.
which was scary.
Who did you
bad.
play? Yeah. One was that the one. One was blind. One was deaf.
No, that's
No.
Hear No
Oh,
Evil,
here
See
in
No
the Evil. Another You was that when Richard was walking real slow. I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, Richard looked
Probably
like he had
1991.
already died.
What were you? Who'd you play in that?
Okay, it took a lot of it took place in a nut house. So
Whoa, that's gotta be crazy.
In
Oh,
the,
you played a nut.
in the nut houses in movies are cute, adorable nuts. They all.
Yeah.
And so I got fired from it. First, the director got fired. That was Peter Bogdanovich.
Oh.
And then I was fired, and some of the other cast, they scraped old previously shot footage and redid it.
Wow.
And they got in Kevin Pollak as one of the nuts. And this was what gets me. I want to get every psychiatrist and mental health expert in the world, because this is in so many movies and TV shows, and go, has there ever been a case of a crazy person doing celebrity impressions? Yeah.
What he does, William Shatner.
Yeah.
Walken, Christopher Walken.
Yeah, and
Does he pull that one out?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, definitely.
And it's like that's in so many movies where you got a guy doing celebrity impressions. And
I love it.
Yeah, you go.
I
well,
love it.
Never gets old. does
I
it?
love it.
Well, why don't you just put him in Las Vegas and let him make a fortune and live there?
Yeah.
You know, it's like I don't see how that's a crazy trait.
How many scenes did you shoot?
It was about, I don't know, a couple of weeks.
Did you shoot with Gene Wilder and Pryor?
I wasn't with them directly. Pryor actually was really nice to me.
Really?
He knew who I was.
Can you do his voice?
And,
Because Kevin can.
Yeah.
Listen, player.
Yeah, he would come up to me and go, "Oh, because he had that voice. You are so funny. I've seen you in everything. You're so funny."
Richard Pryor was great in Dracula.
Also sounds like he was in Song of the South.
Yeah.
You could kill me with a stake through the heart.
Did you meet Gene at all?
I met him, but he seemed like more serious. And I think he probably realized he was in a piece of shit.
Was it not a great film?
Oh, horrible.
Oh, that's good. He dodged the bullet.
I heard in one theater in L.A. they were showing that one time a day. That's how.
Wow.
It wasn't worth.
That's nice.
Running it a bunch of times.
Oh, that's bad. Okay.
They were
sorry.
showing
it's not.
I
once
thought you were
a
complimenting
day.
Was it long, like your documentary, or? I mean, the Vietnam PBS thing was a little shorter than that.
Oh, okay. I think I got cut off for time.
Yeah, Ken Burns' Civil War was shorter.
You ever see what he does with photos? Guys, I hate to be serious.
Crazy, brings them alive.
It's like they're alive.
So that's not bad, Gilbert. That's only 3 movies, but you've done like at least 10, right?
Yeah,
20?
but I was also cut out of Blank Man.
You were cut out of
Just say the word. Say the
Blank
word.
Man.
You don't have to edit here.
I was not good enough for Blank Man.
What was that about?
That
That
was
was like Hollow Man.
That's
No?
Damon Wayne's character. I mean, that was that was supposed to be his big.
Oh, yeah,
breakout.
yeah. What
I
year
think-
was that?
I think
94.
Jim Carrey had Ace Ventura, and Damon Wayans had Blank Man, and that was like the big in living color.
Oh, yes,
Sure.
yes.
2 movie stars.
Oh, he's
and
their
Damon Wayans
superhero.
was supposed to be the guy. And
what
then
did you play?
Jim Carrey. He plays Blank
Yeah.
Man.
I know, but what did Gilbert play?
I was like some funny gangster or something. And
You were heavy.
yeah.
you
And
were
It was yeah.
Did
And
you do your George Raft?
yeah.
Listen here, Blank Man.
They decided not to use it though.
Let me see what else.
Why did they cut you out of Blank Man? Do you know?
God, it wasn't good enough. I guess.
When did it you don't seem to let things bother you. Did it bother you when you got cut out of these movies? Were you hurt by
think
it
it
or
did
afraid?
bother 'em.
It's when it's a movie that bad and you're cut out of it. It's a mixed thing.
Yeah, it's a mitzvah.
One way you're happy that you're not involved, but in another way you think I wasn't good enough for that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But does it
feel
freak
like-
you out, or do you just go, all right, I'll go home?
Yeah. No, it's after it's completed.
They
say,
didn't fire.
yeah.
You said fired. They didn't fire you in the middle of it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I think with Blank Man, the director said that my scenes didn't fit in with the narrative
Okay.
of the movie.
Because they weren't good.
I've heard that
Yeah,
about
so-
myself. Yeah.
It's hard. I'm surprised they'd say that. I mean, you do seem mafioso like.
Oh, yeah.
But once you go from you had Problem Child, which was huge, and then Aladdin, which was out of the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Once you got that, it kind of doesn't matter anymore, right?
Yeah, you'd hope it doesn't, but you could still get cut out of shit.
What else have you been cut out? Well, you were in Look Who's Talking Too.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Travolta in that?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
How did he
Yeah.
treat you? Did he? Because you were a little younger then. Did he? Did he take notice of you?
You want to turn you into his Tom Selleck pussy?
Oh, yeah.
Did he ask you to massage him while the chef made a burger?
Yes, he said, I am gentleman. Give me Horseshack pussy.
Were you ever in any of those 70s TV shows like Happy Days or anything like that?
Never on Happy Days.
How about
I heard you were cast. They canceled. They didn't do the episode. The one where Mrs. Cunningham is raped by a gang.
Weren't you on
And you're
Mass?
the one white gang member? No.
Because you look like a likable North Korean to me. I think you played Kim Jong Sr.
Weren't you in F Troop?
Weren't you one of the Hakawi?
Yeah. Weren't you in Hogan's Heroes? You made the Nazis laugh and they opened up the gates.
See, now that's the thing. Had I been born a couple of years earlier,
Yes.
I could have been an Indian chief on F Troop.
You really could have.
Yeah.
And what about any of the, like the late 70s, early 80s would be like your time?
Yeah, the 80s.
The Wonder Years, baby. Or, what was the one with the little robot chick?
Small Wonder?
Yeah.
Small
And
Wonder.
I heard.
Love
Well,
that
you're on
show.
Alf.
I heard with Small Wonder that one of the actors who played her brother, they reported in some tabloid was living under a bridge.
Wow.
Yeah.
When?
He was like homeless.
No,
and-
while the show-
After.
no. I would hope
I
not.
think Small Wonder would say that does not compute.
Yeah.
I watched the
That was
show.
cute. Yeah. That's funny, though. You think those residual checks for Small Wonder would keep you going. I guess not.
Small Wonder was
It's not the
good.
empire I thought it was.
But so many of them got screwed on the residual checks.
Yeah, I'm a big
Especially those
Anson
kids.
Williams guy, and he's talked about that a lot, how they just didn't get the money.
Yeah.
A big Anson Williams.
I am,
guy.
and Don Most.
I've heard it referenced that even what's his name, David Faustino from Married with
Bud
Children. I heard he didn't get residuals.
Wow, that show was on forever.
Do you know who got them from the honeymooners? Joyce Randolph is the one. Her brother was a lawyer.
Yes. And her brother was a lawyer, and she said, I'm having my brother negotiate the deal. And they were
great.
like laughing. Her brother. And one of his demands was that she'll get paid every time it's shown, which they laughed at too, because they said, hey, you watch it once. Yeah, what's the reason
know.
for keep showing it?
They didn't understand.
Yeah. So they said, okay, she'll get paid. So they put that in it. And because, that's like, there are these shows that get showed like 24 hours a day.
I'd love to know how much she made, and did it decrease over time? Because they never saw cable TV coming.
Yeah.
So maybe it just stayed the same every time, but it couldn't have been that much. I'd love to know how much money she made from that show after the 50 years of it being shown.
It is funny, too, when you get... Sometimes I'll open my mailbox and they'll be like, it looks like 1,000 residual checks in there.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna buy an island in Hawaii with this. And I add them all up, and it comes to like $1.27.
I know. And I go to the bank with those too. Like also once in a while I get like a Lucky Louie one for 6 cents. Sold, into foreign distribution in Indonesia.
Yes.
But you got to write them down and put them in the bank. It's kind of humiliating. Though.
I have one in a frame that I got for a penny.
Really?
I like the paper it's written on is worth more.
What was it for? Do you
And
remember?
I was in this movie. That I was cut out of, but they paid me anyway. I
Schindler's
guess.
List?
No, they begged him to do it.
One penny.
Mom and Dad Save the Earth.
Oh, that sounds important. What happened?
That one. Terry Garr and Jeffrey Jones.
Oh my God!
And John
I remember
I used to
Lovitz.
file trade with him.
Yeah. And I was cut out,
year
but they
is that?
sent me a residual
92?
check for a penny, and I put it there with a fortune I got from a Chinese restaurant that said, your talents will be recognized and suitably rewarded.
That's funny.
Wow.
But it's these crazy checks you'll get for a penny.
I have a Richard Pryor. I bought one off eBay. It was Richard Pryor's residual check. It was the Aaron Spelling production of the Mod Squad.
Do you think it's real?
Yeah. It's a $5 Richard Pryor check that was never cashed to Richard Pryor from Aaron Spelling Productions. Like,
Wow.
I don't think anybody would fake that.
Oh, and when I framed the penny one, Then they sent me another authorized letter saying, we have it in our files that you did not cash the last check. Did you receive it? So they sent me another penny check.
That's great.
It's 3 letters,
Yes.
3 stamps, 3 pieces of
That's
paper.
great.
Yeah,
100,000
insane.
times, and all of a sudden you got yourself a little something.
Yes.
This is your one-woman show. What am I worth, people?
Exactly. Guess how many residual checks this blouse costs, to bring it back.
Let's see how many one-man shows that they've had.
How many have you been cut out of?
Oh, that would be the ultimate. Defending the caveman.
Yes,
that was good.
That's a gold mine, by the way. That one, the guy who created that is a gold mine. That's like all international. And
Is he still doing it?
No, he not. He like franchised it out. To
He
other
died?
guys. No, he didn't die. He
what was
just
he,
moved
Rob
on.
something? Or
He did like 1 or 2 Lettermans, and then after that, he went right into this play. He
That
developed.
is the dream. I
Yeah,
mean,
you should do that.
You stay at home and collect checks.
You should come out and just do your characters. You start as Bella Lugosi or however you say it. And then you work your way down to Herbe Villechaize.
And the funny thing is, on those one-man shows, see, when you do stand-up, it's like you got to be funny every second up there. In
yeah?
a one-man show, you talk for an hour.
Yes.
And then you'll say, oh, and when I'm on the couch, I hold the remote control. And everyone's like, oh, ha, ha, ha. And it's like, sounds like a joke, good enough. Ha,
Right,
ha,
that's
ha.
true.
Yeah.
I love in one-man shows when the pictures come up. That's my favorite part when you're talking
The
about
multimedia.
Schenectady, and then all of a sudden the
Oh,
picture
yes,
comes up, and
yes.
it's like, oh God, these guys are on top of it.
Oh, and then there was, let's see.
that's Mel Brooks
Defending
doing-
the Caveman.
Who did it? It was Rob something who did it. Did we find Defending the Caveman?
Oh, only the truth is funny was another one of those one-man shows.
I'm trying to think of that one.
I forget
who's
did.
Venny and the Caveman?
I don't know what it was. So,
Oh, it's Venny and the Jets.
He wrote Venny and the Caveman.
so what is it?
Where would you do your one-man show if you could do it?
Defending the
Oh,
Caveman.
God.
Defending the
That
Caveman.
scares me.
Venny and the Caveman.
Venny and the Caveman.
I think you should do it where you live. TJ Maxx.
His name was
There he is.
Oh, the guy whose name was
Rob
Venny.
Becker.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
You
this
know,
guy's-
he stopped doing it a while ago, and he franchised it out, and it's like all over it's world thing. It's a
Boy,
world
that's
show.
a dream
Yeah.
to have a franchise where.
But franchising a one-man show, that's like a whole new world. You know?
Yeah.
It's like Cirque du Soleil or something.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
so
one of-
good. The jokes they do in that.
Because it is a thing of you just collect your checks.
That's what Kiss is working on doing, right? Just franchising the band out.
Let him do it. It's all makeup. I back him.
You're okay with that, right?
I back Kiss.
Yeah, of course you do.
What do you? Did you ever see? What did you say? Cirque du Soleil. Did you ever see any of those? Zumanity.
No,
Will
no.
you cut out a Blue Man Group? And
One time my agent sent me up to be, good, yeah, I keep my phone on. That makes a great
Yes.
deal of sense.
maybe he's got a new premise.
See, that would be a big joke in a one-man show. And, of course, I leave my phone on.
Yeah. And then you answer it and you riff back and forth with the person. That'd be great.
Yes.
No, I said I can't make the audition
Yes.
today.
Yeah.
And it's Dustin Hoffman, and he's like, my fingers smell.
I remember, I think it was Harry Hamlin
Oh, that
and his
guy's
wife.
great.
He's a good-looking guy.
They
Yeah.
were doing a reality show
No.
where, and in one part of the reality show, it's like they're opening a store or something. And on a talk show, and this was so fucking false. I mean, it's like he's there, and in the middle of the interview, his cell phone
Of
rings.
course.
And he takes out his cell phone on the air, like you'd really do that. And he'd go, oh, I better take this. And, first he acted a little, oh, I can't believe I left my phone on. And he takes it and he goes, what? There was a fire in the store. Oh my God! The store we talk about on my reality show. There was a big fire.
Oh no!
Everything's destroyed. And it's like,
Wow. And this was weird 'cause it was 1975, so the cell phone was a really unusual. He had it with a cord.
yeah, it was one of those like
Get Cannon head or one of those or Ironside.
yeah, those Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, big with the
Yeah.
antenna.
Which one did the fat pig detective have in his car? Was that Cannon?
Yes. I'll meet you downhill. That was the whole thing. Was always going downhill.
So when you did Wife Swap, was that all real? Like when you were you did Wife Swap with the late great what's his name?
Alan Thicke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you kept annoying his wife by doing an Alan Thicke impression to her.
Yeah. Because the song, I was on Thick of the Night also.
Wow.
I got fired from Thick of the Night.
Oh, that's a blessing.
That and boy, but talk about also a blessing, but also like the biggest insult because
Oh,
that was
sure,
like
yeah.
the worst
It
show
was.
ever. And I got fired from that, but he wrote and sang the theme song of Thick of the Night, which went as follows. Mama, don't leave the light on. I'm on the road tonight. Everyone needs a dream to hold on. I'm gonna make it on my
Too soon,
own.
Gilbert, too
Running
soon.
on the thick of the night, under the city lights, running in the thick of the night. And then he also
Did you do that for his wife?
yes. He also had a song out remember when everyone was trying to cash in on the aerobicize craze.
Oh, God, yeah.
So Olivia Newton-John had a tremendous hit with "Let's Get Physical."
Right.
Yes.
And then Diana Ross tried to jump on it with
no.
I forget what hers was. What was the Diana Ross aerobicize?
I don't know, but whatever I improv will get me fired.
Yeah. And then Alan Thicke had one where everyone's dancing around him in spandex, and he's going, sweaty and hot, let's get sweaty. So now you had it sexual,
Sweaty.
too.
I mean, she just said, "Let's get physical," and he's going, "Let's get sweaty."
Yeah, sweaty and hot.
Did you do that for his wife?
Dude, I watched that show, and the whole time she's getting pissed because he keeps doing his Alan Thicke impression.
And she was getting angrier and angrier, saying, "No, he doesn't sound that way." And then I found on the internet him singing "Sweaty and Hot," and she looked at it with her jaw hanging open. She goes, "Oh my God, he
There it
does
is,
sound
there it
that way."
is.
Oh,
There
let's
it is.
hear this.
Ooh. It really is a good impression.
This is no blurred lines, that's for sure. The lines are strictly drawn. Is that collar going up later in the song? I think so.
No, undeniable toe tapper.
Oh yeah.
We have to end in 2 minutes, by the way.
Really?
We'll shut us off. Yeah.
Well, everybody should
How
watch.
old do you think he was there? Like 40?
He's got to be, right?
Good.
And I like that helmet head hair.
I just like the way he
Yes.
sings. He doesn't open his mouth all the way, so he's going like this. And he's going,
He's Canadian, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Gilbert,
I can
what
see it now.
What are you plugging? I'm not just we have a minute and a half left.
My podcast, Gilbert Gottfried's amazing, colossal podcast. The documentary Gilbert.
What's it on?
Yeah, right now it's on iTunes and Amazon. After the 29th, it'll be on Hulu.
Wow.
Oh, and my website's gilbertgottfried.com and Twitter at Real Gilbert.
You're much different at home and off stage than you are. It's a really interesting documentary because I know your
It
wife
is.
and to
It's
watch
really
you guys
great.
interact. It's fascinating. You're a
You
different
are
guy.
great at it.
I've been told. Look, my 1 millionth toothpaste. Psychopath. And Dave is going to be a Caroline.
And Hilarities in Cleveland this weekend. Hilarities Cleveland.
And Sam and Joe's podcast.
Keeping Joe. We'll be on Dave's show.
Caroline's.
Wednesday. Yeah, and I'll be at Laugh Boston 29th through 31st, and then San Francisco Punchline and Helium in Philly in January.
And Joe's going to be writing angry letters to the guy who directed Star Wars about how to fuck the whole thing up.
And I'll be in Vancouver at Yuck Yucks and Rooster Teeth Feathers in Sunnyvale in January.
I'm actually doing Vancouver for the first time.
You're going to love
city.
it.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, I've been there once. I got
Go see Sam and Joe. They're super funny. They're really cool. And, of course, Gilbert.
What are you going to say?
I mean, it's a given you're going to go see Gilbert. That's all I'm saying.
He's super funny, and Gilbert's also.
You know, if you want to hear more about that Lon Chaney,
All right, we
I like a show where you can bring your great aunt to.
All right.
Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Who you have in tomorrow?
Cumia,
Anthony's back.
Voss.
And Anthony Voss, that's it? Maybe someone
Mark
else.
Norman?
Oh, super funny guy.
All right.
Mark's really good.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Hilarious.
Thanks, Jim.